Hello and welcome to Style It Up, where we check out fresh, new, and unique styles from right here in the New England area. I'm your host, Sandra Brown, filling in for Olga, and I have such a great show for you today. I have two designers that are going to showcase their clothing line. Let's meet our first designer. Sam Mendoza is a self-taught designer. He started back in 2005 while he was still attending Boston University. He came on our show on 2006 to showcase his J-Tom line. He's here with us today to showcase his very personal line, Mendoza Mendoza. Let's meet Sam Mendoza. Hello, Sam. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right. So, since our last show, we've come to learn that your designs are in still at the Prudential Mall in Copley. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, it was great. A few things happened after the last one was here. A lot of publicity, a lot of me getting out there. And I was invited to style at the boutique on Newbury Street was where we started off. We recently moved into the Prudential Center in December. The advantage of moving into that new space is that it's bigger, so I have my own little shop-in-shop now.
Oh,
so you can see
area too.
It's a great area for traffic. And you can go into the shop and I have like a little workshop set up and you can see all the designs for the past few years, including the newest collections. And it's great. It's been working out really nicely.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what's the difference between the J-Tom line and the Mendoza Mendoza line.
J-Tom was the line I started when I was younger. I was still in school. And it was very fun. It was just, we were playing around and the fabrics were all old and they were vintage fabrics, they were reclaimed fabrics, and a lot of times they were a lot of times they were non-textile, so we used things that weren't necessarily fabric.
Okay.
We spray painted dresses, we did all sorts of stuff. Mendoza, on the other hand, is my more serious side.
Okay.
Taking things to a little bit higher level as far as the construction and
so
the
the line itself is named Mendoza Mendoza. Does this mean that it's like more, it's very more personal?
It is. It's more personal. It's more what I feel. It's inspired by the people around me. So it's more about, it's more how I would really represent myself in clothing.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some of your items that you brought with us today. All right. So tell us a little bit about this piece.
This first piece is just sort of example of the way I work. It's two pieces of cloth that are just sewn together to make this little dress. Most designers don't work this way. They usually cut out patterns. I drape. So everything is just sort of put on the dress form on a bias and sewn together, just sort of the lines making the body look proportional.
Beautiful colors, beautiful work.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love the way that falls, and it's very nice, and it contrasts very well.
I always do sort of neutral colors, two tones, a lot of bias draping. This is another bias draped gown, also two-tone.
Oh, I love that.
The back is draped with a cowl.
Beautiful.
And just, asymmetrical. The hems are left unfinished. I use selvage edges, but if you look inside the dresses, they're all done in French seams.
I like the unfinished seam. You always find
it's fun.
Seams that are done, and that one's undone.
Exactly. As you can tell, I like the back. Everything, the backs are always exposed.
That makes for a very sexy.
Yeah,
sexy
my whole thing is just a little bit sexy. It was always romantic, always very ladylike.
We can have our next one.
This is one of my favorites. This is an example of sort of more bias draping on a gown, floor length. It's just...
It flows very nice.
Thank you. Beautiful neutral colors, and sort of an exposed bra and strap detail just to kind of bring that one shoulder to a more modern place. It's being used a lot right now.
Very lovely.
But with the extra straps, it's cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. And about that one, it's just, I'm all about gowns. I usually do dresses and gowns.
Yeah, that's very distinguished.
Yeah, gowns are sort of my favorite thing to do. Something about drama.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah. This is a short little cocktail number. Again, with that same sort of exposed looking bra area. Poofy.
Kind of accentuate the top of a woman.
Yeah,
very nice.
It's nice. And instead of doing the completely sheer top, I just put a sheer panel on it.
I like the ruffle. I like the ruffly look.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, this is very nice.
This is another slip,
Evening wear.
another evening wear. This one's sort of interesting. It has a sheer panel in the back.
Up the side,
the
which
side.
is very, very sexy, very nice.
It's always a little bit sexy. You
Yes.
always have to have something that's going to be interesting, whether it's the way it's draped on the body or...
I like the contrast that this is more covered and then that's the sexy part.
exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Was that the last model, right?
And we have one more.
Oh, one
this
more.
Is,
oh, this is save the best for last.
Save the best for last.
It's
This
very
is
sexy.
my favorite kind of the new collection. A halter top, a cutout, and just all the draping. It's a ton of fabric in there. It has a nice
love it.
train,
Oh, I love the
and then the
back.
back's exposed.
Very sexy back.
This is a great example of my work. Just neutral colors, very rosy. Rosy is my favorite color.
Yes.
And exposed edges all around, but just really still romantic and ladylike. It's sexy.
Very sexy. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Let's see that collection one more time from the models, please. I have to say it's very beautiful, sexy line.
Thank you. You can see I have two favorite colors. Navy and pink.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
And so how do you market yourself? What's the best effective way that you find that you market yourself?
I get asked that question a lot. People are always wondering why I've gotten where I am at a young age and sort of just starting off with no real design experience. And I think what it is I'm just try to be a nice guy to anyone I meet and try to do what I really like to do and not let other people tell me.
Right, so you get your name out there at the same time with
exactly. And when
unique.
when you have good energy and you're a nice person and you're doing what you do, you'll always be unique and you'll always be interesting. And you'll put out a good vibe and people will like it and they'll catch on. And that's the best marketing. I mean, you can throw flyers everywhere and you can do all sorts of stuff and
Right.
stunts, but in the end, if you're not putting out good energy, you're not going to get anywhere.
So besides for still in the Prudential Mall, do you have another place that we can see your work, or do you have a website that we can go to?
Yeah, you can visit my website. It's MendozaMendoza.com. And you can also see my work. I'll be having an event in the middle of summer with Fenway Health, a charity event, and then I'll have a show at Boston Fashion Week on September 30th. You can come see the new
Definitely
collection
keep
then.
us updated with that.
Yeah.
All right, folks, check out Mendoza Mendoza at, what was it, Mendoza?
MendozaMendoza.com.
MendozaMendoza.com. You can check out all the latest fashions from Mendoza. And ladies, you look beautiful. I'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.